Hello and welcome to this session, and today we are going to learn what is TestNg and how to install TestNg in Eclipse, and we will also see how can we add the TestNg libraries in our Selenium project. So let's get started and let us see what is TestNg. So if I go to my browser and just type TestNg here and hit enter, so here you will get this very first option of testng.org website. I will go here. So this is the official website for TestNg, and here you can see TestNg is a testing framework inspired from JUnit and NUnit but introducing some new functionalities. So here you have some annotations and you can run your test, you can run your unit test, your functional end-to-end test as well. So if we have to define TestNg, then TestNg is a testing framework for the Java programming language, and it was created by Cedric Buist and inspired by JUnit and NUnit. And the use of TestNg is it makes our test creation, execution, and reporting very efficient because it has some inbuilt features for testing framework, and also it uses some annotations like before test, before suite, after suite, and so on. We will learn about all these annotations in the coming sessions. And in TestNg, ng refers for next generation. So if you also go to the Wikipedia definition, let me go to TestNg and let us search for what is TestNg. And here you will get a Wikipedia page as well. And let me go here, and on the Wikipedia you can see it says it is a testing framework for the Java programming language, and it is inspired by NUnit and JUnit, and you can also use it for unit, functional, end-to-end and integration testing, and there is a lot of features and support available. Okay, so this is how you can use TestNg. And now let us go back to our official TestNg website here. So we now know what is TestNg, and now we have to start adding TestNg into our Eclipse. So if you go to this website for TestNg, if you go a little down, here you will find this Eclipse plugin. So we are going to get this Eclipse plugin. If you click here, it will open a GitHub page here, and here you will get all the steps. So here if you go a little down, you will get all the versions available, and here we have a beta version, but we are going to take this stable version which is from this particular site. Okay, so what we are going to do is in our Eclipse, so let me just see if they have given the steps here. So here, yeah, so let me show you the steps. I will just copy this, and now let us go to our Eclipse, and here if you go to help menu and then go to install new software, help install new software, and here click on add, and here you can give any name. I will say TestNg, and here you have to give in the location the URL. So let me copy this again from here. Yes, this is the site from where we are going to get the plugin. I will copy this and paste it in Eclipse here, add repository, and let us say add. So it will search and show us here. So it is still searching. It depends on the internet connections. It can take some time to get it. And yes, now you can see it shows our TestNg here. So you can expand this, and basically we have to select everything here, and then once you have selected this, you can click on next. And just in case you want to see if it is already installed, you can go to what is already installed, this link, and check for TestNg. But I know in my case I have not yet installed TestNg, so I will click on next, and then again click on next. Here you have to accept the license agreement, so I will click here. You can review it and accept it, and then click on finish. So here you will see installing software. You can expand this to see the status. So you can see this is now installing our TestNg software. So it can take some time. Now in case you get this warning, security warning, you can say install anyway, and if you want to look at the details, click here and then install anyway. And once this is done, it will ask you to restart your Eclipse. So I will restart it now. So it will restart my Eclipse. Let us just wait for the Eclipse to come up again. So Eclipse is now restarted. I will go to the workbench again, and now just to verify that our TestNG is now installed, I can go to help and again go to install new software, and here is the link. So what is already installed, if you click here, and here you can search for TestNG and you will get this TestNG options here. And the other way you can check is you can go to your help and go to about Eclipse, and here go to installation details, and again you will get the same window, installed software, and again you can search for TestNG. So now our TestNG is installed on Eclipse. So TestNG plugin is installed in Eclipse, and now we have to add TestNG libraries. Now you can do it in two ways. So now we have to add our TestNG libraries. So if you go to this project, whatever project you have, so this is the project we have been creating. I will right click here, and then here if you go to build path and you can say add libraries, here you will get this TestNG and you can click on next and then add the libraries. Okay, so this will set the default TestNG library to this project, but because we have been creating a Maven project in this series, so I will get it from the Maven dependencies. So I will go to my pom.xml, and here I will add the dependency for TestNG. So if you go to again to this site TestNG, you can go to Maven here, and here it will show you. So you can get this, you can add this dependency section into your pom.xml, and by default it will show you the latest version. So as of now, at my time now, it is 6.8 is the latest version, and it will show you the latest version whatever is available. The next way to do it is, the other way to do it is, as we have done earlier, you can go to Maven's repository on your browser, and here go to this mvnrepository.com, and here type testng, hit enter, and you will get testng here. Click here and you can see you will get the latest version. And I think there is some lag here. So in the testng website it is showing 6.8 version, however I see the latest version here is 6.14. So let's go by this. I will click here and copy it from here. Okay, and then go to my project Eclipse, and in the pom.xml I will paste it here, and as soon as you save this, I will say Control S on my keyboard, you will see this building workspace. So it is now adding the TestNG libraries. Okay, and now if you go to your Maven dependencies and expand this, you will find TestNG. So yes, you can see TestNG 6.14.3 is here. Okay, so this is how you will add your TestNG libraries, and now we have to validate. So now we can actually create our test using TestNG. So if I go to my uh, test package where we have been creating our test earlier, and if I go to any of the tests, so let me just go to this particular test here. So one of the things is, now if I run it with TestNG, I will not need the main method anymore. So here let me just copy this. I will copy this particular class. So yes, copy is here, and I will paste it again just to show you the differences. I will paste it again here, and I will say this is TestNG demo, or let me just name it as TestNG demo, and I will say OK. Okay, so here we are on our TestNG demo. Now I will just delete this. I do not need the main method if I have to run it through TestNG. And what I will do is, so let us say this is our test and I want to have a method for setup. So I will say public void setup test. Okay, I will have this function where I will actually just do this setup of having this setting up the driver path and setting up the browser. So I will cut it from here and take it here, okay, to my function setup test. And here again, this WebDriver I can define globally at class level. I will define it here, WebDriver driver equals null here, and here I will just reference this from here. Okay, so you can see I have my setup test where I am setting up the path for the Chrome driver and then setting up the driver here, and then in the test I only have the test step. So you can see in the test I just have the test step in this function, and then again this close browser and everything after the test I will again create a function, and I will say public void, I will say tear down test, and all these things I will cut it from here and I will just paste it here. Okay, so I will also say driver dot quit and then sys out test completed successfully. So if you see here, now I have three functions and I have a very clean code. The first function I am doing the setup, so this should run before running the test. This is the actual test. Google search function is the actual test, and then this should run after the test is over. So now I will use TestNg annotations. So here I will say, just above this function I will say at before test, and if it shows you this red underline, just hover over it and then you have to use this from TestNg annotations. Okay, so just use the TestNg annotations here. So let me do it again. I will use this before test from TestNg, and then this is our test, so I will use the annotation at test, and again I will add the TestNg annotations, and then this is our after test, so I will say at after test and add it again from TestNg. Okay, so now you can see how clean our test is, and we know what should run, what will run before test, what is the actual test, and then what should run after test. Okay, and now to run this I will do a right click and run as, and now I have to run it as TestNg test, and this option you will get only after you have added the TestNg plugin. So run as TestNg test, and let us just see. So it is now running, opening the Chrome browser. Yes, the test is done and everything is done. And now you can see we have got this results. So until now we were not getting the results. Now we are starting getting results from TestNg, and you can see you can expand this, everything you can see, collapse it, expand it, and you can click anywhere. So if I click here, you will get the details. As of now everything is passed. So these are all tests, and this is failed test, this is summary. Okay, so you can see this was a test name was default, then this was a time taken, class count, method count, and all the details you will get here. Okay, and now another thing is, if you go back to your package here, let me just close everything here. I will close this, and if you just refresh, I will right click and I will say refresh here, F5. You see we have now got a test output folder. Okay, and if I go inside test output, you can see our results here, and here we also have a HTML file. So if I go here, so I will double click here, and you can see we have got this HTML file. I can also open it in a separate browser, so I will say open with, I will say open with let me say system editor. So yes, it is now opening on a Chrome browser, which is my default browser here, and you can see now we have got all the results here. So if you go to pass methods and show, it will tell you that this is the pass method. You can click on any of these links here, you can click on test and you can see one test, groups here, times here, then you can see all this time 1.7 milliseconds, sorry, this is 1766 milliseconds, which is approximately equals to 1.7 seconds. Report output, then ignored methods, chronological view. So here you can get all this uh, test here. Okay, so if I go here and I go to Google search, I can see here, and this is pass. So you can see the green sign is for pass. So here now we are also getting the reports which we were not getting until now in our project. So now we are getting even more closer to creating a efficient Selenium framework. So we have validated as well. And if we look at the advantages, we have already seen some of the advantages in the demo. So it makes our test creation, execution, and reporting very efficient. We can group the test, which we will see in the coming session. We can prioritize our test also, that also we will see in the coming sessions. We can do parallel execution. We can use TestNg reporting, and there are many other advantages of using TestNg. So let us do a very quick recap. Today we learned what is TestNg, how to install TestNg plugin in Eclipse, and how to add TestNg libraries in our Selenium project. I hope this was very useful for you. If you like this session, please don't forget to hit the like button and also share with others so that it can help many more. And also do subscribe to this channel, hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you can keep receiving notifications whenever I will upload a new video on automation testing, DevOps and CI. I will meet you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.